Yo, it's your boy Beans. Happy Tuesday. Here I am in the shade giving you an intro before I walk out into the sun and do the stupid thing of overheating my phone again. So I'm going to try to minimize that effort or minimize the phone's overheating possibility by hanging out here in the shade for a minute. So here I am crossing Mill Creek again. I heard some big equipment which sounded like it was over on that opposite ridge where those cars were and all that trash. So I'm headed over there with the dog right now to go check it out. Hey, Augie. Sorry, he's over here harassing some birds that are hiding in the bushes. Anyway, I'm gonna go back up to that property, see if anybody's actually doing some work up there, so maybe I can convince them to move those cars out of there. And if nobody's over there, I'm just gonna pick up trash while I'm there. First thing first though, gotta get Augo in the water so he's cool enough when we get over there where there's no shade, that he doesn't get heat stroke. All right, onward always. Check this out. I think it's some kind of mating going on here right now, but look at the colors on that. Look pretty crazy. Pretty cool. Not sure what's going on though. I don't want to bug them. Oh, they are still alive. So check still alive. Check probably mating. Onward I go. Alright, well, whoever was out here is gone now. I definitely heard big equipment out here earlier, so I am going to start with this nightmare piece of styrofoam here. Oh, wait, never mind. I need to put some weight in this bag. So, let's start with this car mirror. That'll give me some nice weight to this bag, so it doesn't blow away in the breeze that's apparently out here. It's 100 degrees, but there's a breeze, so, that's a win. We got a plastic bottle. This styrofoam looks gnarly, so alright, let's do that. Oh, what to talk about while I pick up trash today. Oh my god, not how loud trash could be. Oh. And the fact that as I break this apart, it gets into a million pieces. Look at that. Alright, oh, macaroni, hold on. This phone's gonna overheat out here because it's so darn hot. I don't know how to solve that problem. The only way to get this into the bag is to break it, unfortunately. So, yeah. In the bag it goes. Alright, I'll turn this back on so I don't over. Okay, here we are in what used to be the trailer. This is the back of this car, you can see. Full of trash. Somebody left a plate on it. 2018 was the last time it was registered. Shout out to whoever loves Dr. Earth and then hates the actual Earth. So, shout out Dr. Earth there. Pure and natural. I'm sure that plastic is pure and natural, Dr. Earth. Anyway, look at this. More styrofoam. More styrofoam. I mean, I'm just in a plastic jackpot, so I'm just picking out what's the easiest today. So I'm not going to get heat stroke out here. And my phone won't die. Oh, soluble seaweed powder. Looks like whoever was out here dumped a bunch of growing supplies. Shout out to all of the cannabis growers out there who don't give a shit about the earth. And who want to ruin what used to be a very, I would think, had an eco-friendly thing, like a tilt to it when you think about cannabis in the past before it's now become this legal commodity. Whereas before it was still a commodity basically, but there was always a profit drive, but I want to say that the profit was easier. So people could grow however they wanted. You could grow weed however you wanted and still make money because you had weed. But now you have to grow. Burn my leg on that metal there. That was hot. Nowadays, you have to. Oh, Lordy. Come on, man. Nowadays, like anything else, which is part of capitalism, is that, you have to grow as much as humanly possible if you want to make money. And you might say, cool beans, what do you mean, as much as humanly possible? Weed's expensive. Okay, let me put it this way. I live in an area where the primary economy used to be legal medical cannabis, and they used to get good money for it. Outdoor, right? You could get organic, craft. You know what I mean? These are people that have been growing for years and years and years, longer than I've been alive, possibly, some of them. And they used to make money doing that, you know, sell it to a dispensary or whatever and make money. Fine. So, you know, person to person medically. Oh my God. Which is fine. Then the legal weed came in, and even up here in this county, I'm in Trinity County. You know, the county next to me is Humboldt County, which is world famous. Trinity County is part of the Emerald Triangle, maybe one of the lesser known parts. But anyway, you know, it used to be maybe you get a couple $1,000s a pound, $2,500 a pound. You know, nowadays, guess what? When I ask people what they can sell it for, $500 a pound. Could you imagine that? This looks like, is it Miller High Life? Whoever's drinking out here makes me sad. Like I said, look at this thing of butane. This is ridiculous. So imagine at one point it was worth up to, say, let's say $3,000 a pound. So now it's worth $500 a pound. And that's like if you're a commercial grower, legal, you could sell your stuff relatively easily. Augie, get away. Don't eat the trash. And so now you went from being able to grow, you know, let's say you wanted to make $50,000 in a year, and we're going to say that you average 2 pounds a plant, which is reasonable. So let's say you did 25 plants. Oh, macaroni. Oh, shit, this bag's already full. Ow, and this metal is burning me. So let's say that you've done 25 plants. You've gotten 50 pounds. You used to be able to make a bunch of money off of it. Now you can't. Now you would sell it for $500 a pound, and you'd only make, if you've got 50 pounds, you're only getting $25,000 for the year. Maybe before you were making $100,000 for the year. Do we have a full bag? Yes, we absolutely do have a full bag. And there's still so much garbage left, so we know where we're coming back again tomorrow. So anyway, back to the problem with cannabis regulation. Well, they made it so expensive to get a license and a permit, and all of the hoops you have to jump through to be able to sell it, and then you can't even sell it yourself. You have to like either get a really, really, really expensive license or sell to somebody that is a wholesaler who can then sell it again. So you're losing your ability to just sell the stuff that you grew yourself, even if it's to a business. So no direct to business sales typically. And so that promotes people growing indoors, growing a lot, not growing organically because you're growing for as much yield as humanly possible. And so you end up getting like mixed light grows, which would be greenhouse with supplemental lighting. Or you might get indoor everywhere, which is just sucking down crazy amounts of electricity. And what you won't get is the craft stuff that somebody actually put their time and effort into. And you will get that, but it's really hard to get it on a consistent basis and good stuff because there's just no money in it. If you just spend some time looking on Instagram or Facebook at some of these smaller mom and pop farms that have been around forever, you'll see that most of them aren't making money anymore. And unfortunately, they have to go out of business. Luckily, something new came out called Sun and Earth Certified, which would be like regenerative cannabis farms. And I'm really hoping that, you know, in the end, that those things become the thing that everybody wants. Because, you know, indoors great, but indoors just like laboratory weed. All right, got a full bag. As you can see, there's plenty of trash over there. And I almost forgot that I can't mention a certain type of plant too much on YouTube, or else they'll flag my content. And it will be restricted to 18 and over. So there's a magical plant around here that used to be able to be grown here. And then legalization killed it. And killed the economy. And so that's what's left over basically with this place now. That's why it's in the shape it's in. And yeah, for one thing, it's cool because we don't have a bunch of cannabis growers growing illegally anymore. But at the same time, We also just don't have anybody out here at all because there's no economy besides that. So, the question becomes in my head, how do you transition an economy that used to be flourishing with something that's now legal, and the legalization killed their actual economic success? I don't know how that works, but clearly the legalization was the problem, and maybe not the fact legalizing it was the problem, but how they went about legalizing it is the problem. The laws enacted and the crazy permits and fees and hoops you have to jump through. So it's one thing to make it legal and already have regulations in your head and ideas in place on how to do it, but they kind of just legalized it and then figured it out as they were going along, which hasn't been really beneficial to anybody. So anyway, as you can see, the dog and I are back. We got a full bag today. Feeling good about that, though. It's going to be a lot of bags to get all of that stuff empty. Because today is the middle of the week and it's early enough, I'm going to go make a phone call and find out how much it's going to be to get that motorhome towed out of here, or even that red car. I would love to see the red car gone since it's really on the main road. Funny enough, somebody dumped a car recently on the road. I'll throw a picture in. That just, I know, I drive up and down the mountain maybe once a week. I try not to go too much, but once a week at least I'm driving up and down the mountain, and that was just placed there the other day. Between one day I went down and I went down a couple days later and it was there. So clearly shenanigans have been going on. Apparently, according to my neighbor, somebody's already removed some tires from it. So yeah, shout out to those people who are already just trashing the car, making it more and more impossible to actually remove. And before I head back to the house, I'm gonna put my bag of trash here, which you can see, nice big old bag of trash today. And I, like the dog, am going to jump into this creek right here, just to take advantage of some cooling before I head back to the house, because there's no air conditioner in the house. So I hope you're all having an amazing day. Don't work too hard. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.